Imagine, if you will, a moment in time, a quiet space where you're beginning to realize something about yourself. Notice how, in this space, you can begin to breathe just a little more deeply, feel a little more relaxed, a little more centered, because as you breathe in and out, you begin to notice there's a shift happening. A shift that's so natural, so easy, so effortless. It's happening in the background of your awareness, like the turning of pages in a book, or the steady rhythm of the waves. And as you listen, you may find you're already beginning to understand something new about yourself, something you've always known, perhaps never fully embraced. You're beginning to realize there's no need to suppress, no need to hide, no need to hold back any longer. You're now beginning to listen not just to the world outside, but to the world inside. And the more you listen, the more you discover how easy it is to notice, to recognize, and to appreciate the subtle messages that are always there. It's as if you've always had access to this information, only now your awareness is expanding, making the process so much easier. You notice you're understanding and interpreting these inner messages, these thoughts, feelings, sensations, and experiences with such clarity. Perhaps you can even sense in this moment how natural it is for you to convert these messages, to transform them into something more powerful, something more meaningful. A belief, for example, that I no longer suppress. Instead I listen, I convert, and I express. This is now unfolding inside you, growing stronger, deeper, more expansive. Every part of you, your mind, your body, your heart, working together, converting, transforming, and expressing with such ease. You might even begin to notice how this new way of being, it's affecting your body in a way that feels good, light, freeing. The energy that moves through you is different now. You might notice your shoulders relax, your chest open, your breath becoming steady and deep, as if your body is saying yes, yes, this is exactly how things are meant to be. And it's important to realize, isn't it, that in this very moment, the way you once thought of suppression, those old patterns, begins to seem like distant memories, like old scripts you no longer need to act out. Because as you shift your focus, your thoughts naturally shift as well. Thoughts that once carried fear, doubt, or hesitation, they now transform easily into thoughts of possibility, empowerment, and freedom. There are moments, of course, when you feel unsure, uncertain, and that's okay, because you already know listening is a skill. You already know you're learning to listen more deeply, to listen with more precision. And when you listen deeply, you begin to hear more clearly. You hear the messages you've always needed to hear, the ones that guide you. When you hear these messages, you're able to convert them with grace. Convert them from ideas that were once just potential into something real, something alive. You can feel it, can't you? The way it begins to settle in you, this ability to convert. And as you listen, as you convert, you may notice something even more exciting, even more powerful. You begin to express. Expression flows naturally, effortlessly. It's as if the very act of listening and converting creates a channel, a clear, open, flowing path for expression to come through. And you know the expression is powerful. You know it comes from a deep place within, a place of truth, a place of authenticity. As you express, it feels like you're speaking the language of your soul. You're no longer holding back. You're no longer editing or censoring yourself. You're simply expressing what needs to be expressed in that moment. And you may notice there's a new belief that grows stronger within you, like the roots of a tree taking hold in rich, fertile soil. A belief that you don't need to suppress anymore. That the more you listen, the more you convert, the more you express, the more you step into your own power. And the beauty of this is that as you continue to practice, as you continue to embody this process, it becomes easier and easier and easier. It's almost as if the belief itself is becoming a part of you now. Not because you're forcing it, but because you're allowing it. Because you're allowing yourself to be true to yourself, to be authentic, to express what's right and real for you. You might even find you're already beginning to experience the world in a new way. The world that once seemed overwhelming now feels expansive. The world that once felt like it was pushing against you now feels like it's moving with you, supporting you, encouraging you to listen more deeply, to convert more powerfully, and to express more freely. And notice how each time you listen, you hear a little more. Each time you convert, you feel more empowered. And each time you express, you connect more deeply with your true self. This becomes your new way of being, your new way of living. It becomes so natural. It's as if you've always been this way, always been able to listen, convert, and express with ease. And as you allow this process to unfold, you may discover something else happens as well. The belief you no longer suppress has become so deeply ingrained in you. The very idea of suppression feels foreign, distant. It's almost as if it's something from a time and place that no longer applies. A time when you were learning, a time when you were growing. But now you've arrived. You've arrived at this place of clarity, this place of flow, and it feels so right. And so, from this moment forward, you can be confident in the knowing that you no longer suppress. Instead, you listen, you convert, and you express with ease, with power, and with grace. And every time you do, you become more and more of the person that you're meant to be. And as you continue to drift deeper into this experience, you may notice how effortlessly the change begins to take root. It's as if with every breath you take, you're effortlessly absorbing new patterns, new ways of thinking, new ways of being that are just right for you. You might notice the shift within you, so subtle yet so powerful. It seems like a natural unfolding, like a flower blooming in its own perfect time. You don't have to force it, you don't have to try. It's already happening. And as you listen, deeply listen, to the whispers within, you begin to realize these inner voices, these messages, they've always been there, just waiting to be heard. And now, as you hear them more clearly, you know there's no need to suppress them anymore. No need to hold them back, to bury them, or to hide them away. You can trust yourself completely now. You can trust that each message you receive is worthy of your attention, worthy of your care. And as you listen, you start to feel something shift even further. You start to feel more comfortable with the idea that there's nothing to fear in listening, nothing to fear in hearing the full truth of your thoughts, your feelings, your desires, your dreams. You might even find you feel more at peace, more grounded in yourself, simply by listening, simply by allowing everything to come forward in its own time. Because you see, the more you listen, the more you realize that it's all there, everything you need to understand, everything you need to know. And as you hear it, you can feel how easy it is to convert that information into something new, something powerful, something that serves you. Notice how the act of conversion feels natural. It feels as though you're simply aligning with a greater flow, like a river flowing effortlessly towards the ocean. You don't have to force it. You don't have to fight it. You're simply converting, transforming into the most powerful, authentic version of yourself. And when you convert, you begin to express. And expression flows without effort. You may even notice, perhaps as you express, there's a deep satisfaction, a deep joy that arises from being fully seen, fully heard, fully understood. And it's as if each word you speak, each action you take, is now aligned perfectly with your true self. And it feels so freeing, doesn't it? It's as though you're shedding layers, shedding old skins, and revealing something more beautiful, more powerful, more true beneath. Now imagine this process unfolding again and again, with every breath, with every thought, with every feeling. You're listening more deeply, converting more naturally, expressing more freely. And each time you do, you feel more alive, more vibrant, more connected to who you really are. Each time you listen, you realize you're actually tapping into a deeper resource inside you, an infinite well of wisdom and clarity. You may even find, with each passing moment, the belief that you're no longer suppressed becomes more and more ingrained within you. It's like a seed planted in fertile soil, now growing naturally, effortlessly. Every part of you understands this new way of being. And as this belief grows, you may even notice the desire to suppress anything, to hide or deny anything, simply fades away. Because suppression feels unnecessary, unnatural. It doesn't align with the person you're becoming. And what's even more exciting is, you start to recognize how your body naturally responds to this new way of being. You may even notice your posture improves, your breath becomes deeper, your mind clearer, and your body lighter. Because when you listen, when you convert, when you express, you're in perfect harmony with yourself. Everything moves with ease. Everything flows with grace. In fact, you may even begin to realize on a deeper level, the more you listen to your inner wisdom, the more you recognize you always had the power to express freely, to convert old patterns, to release anything that no longer serves you. And every time you express, you become more connected to your truth. You're no longer silencing yourself, no longer holding back. The words, the actions, the truth flows freely, effortlessly. And as you continue to listen, as you continue to convert, you begin to understand this isn't something you need to force. It's something that's already happening. It's already within you. You might even sense that in some ways. You've always been this way. Always had the ability to listen, to convert, to express. You simply hadn't fully acknowledged it until now. Every time you listen, the message grows clearer. Every time you convert, you begin to feel more empowered. And every time you express, you feel more aligned with your true self. It becomes so effortless, so natural, so automatic. It's as though it's always meant to be this way. There's no doubt, no hesitation. It just is. And as this new belief, this new way of being, continues to unfold within you, you may notice something even more profound beginning to take place. You may notice not only are you expressing more freely, but the world around you responds. People respond. Opportunities unfold. The universe itself seems to align in perfect harmony with your new way of being. You might even begin to see how everything just falls into place when you're no longer suppressing, but instead listening, converting and expressing. And with every day that passes, with every breath, with every beat of your heart, the more this process becomes ingrained in you, the more you realize this is just who you are now. You listen, you convert, you express. It's effortless, it's so powerful, and it's yours. You might even smile knowing this is just the beginning. There's so much more to come.